Has nothing to do with the Karnataka elections. Let's take our viewers through the news just coming in. For the first time ever, former Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has admitted that Pakistan sent terrorists to Mumbai for the 26/11 attacks. This is the first admission coming in by Nawaz Sharif, who's been the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, where he's gone out and said that yes, Pakistan was the country that had sent terrorists to India for 26/11. Pakistan, which has been in denial, conducting its own sham inquiry, has come down to absolutely nothing. But now, former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif admitting the same. Breaking this news on India Today is my colleague Geeta Mohan, a foreign affairs editor. Geeta, where and in what context did Nawaz Sharif make this statement?
Well, this was an interview that he gave to the Dawn newspaper in Pakistan City, and this is during his campaign trails. Remember, Pakistan is also in election mode, and Nawaz Sharif trying to make the best of the interviews that he's giving. While primarily the interview was about the domestic concerns, in the domestic concerns, one element was the militant organizations that are active in Pakistan, the non-state actors that are involved, and Nawaz Sharif, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, in no uncertain words, has admitted to the fact that 26/11 attack was planned and was perpetrated by terrorists from Pakistan. While this is an admission that we have heard in the past from the previous government as well, because of the fact that Kassab was caught alive and there was enough proof to say that they were from Pakistan, he's also deviated from the whole trial angle, saying that the matter is in court and the court will have to take a call. But the fact is that the PMLN government and the leader of PMLN, Nawaz Sharif, former Prime Minister, has admitted that 26/11 was indeed planned in Pakistan. The onus certainly treaty lies on Pakistan to now act against the perpetrators.
You know, Geeta, this is a huge admission which could have many ramifications because till now, with that inquiry that Pakistan has been conducting on its own, have been completely in denial of the same.
What Pakistan has been in denial of is the involvement of non-state actors, and because they do not want to, and because Hafiz Saeed is a prime asset in Pakistan treaty, they keep talking about lack of evidence. But if the former Prime Minister, who is privy to all the intelligence and all the information within Pakistan, is saying that the entire attack was planned in Pakistan, which means he would be speaking with enough proof in place with the Pakistani administration. So the onus is for the Pakistani administration to provide the evidence in court. The courts are saying or talking about lack of evidence because it's the government of Pakistan that is not providing the courts the evidence that's required to not just try but indict Hafiz Saeed, Zakir Rahman Lakwi and the rest.
Geeta, I'd urge you to stay on with us as I bring in Gaurav Sawant, our executive editor, who's been tracking the 26/11 investigations very closely. And Gaurav, now this admission by the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif saying that Pakistan sent terrorists to India, can it be taken in as an admission that state actors were involved and it was state actors that sent in the terrorists?
This is as high as it gets. Nawaz Sharif is former Prime Minister of Pakistan. He was at the helm when investigations were carried out into the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Now, in the past, you had the head of Federal Investigation Agency admit that Ajmal Amir Kassab was a Pakistani, that terrorists had trained in Pakistan, and that they had been launched from Pakistan. And that he'd written in an article in the Dawn after he had retired. But this is Pakistan's former Prime Minister saying that 26/11 was Pakistan's state sponsor and terrorists had come from Pakistan. This is as high as it gets, and as Geeta was rightly pointing out, now it is for the Pakistani government to produce evidence in a court of law in Pakistan, where the trial has been floundering, for the past decade plus, and now they need to take action against the perpetrators, the non-state actors and the state actors, whose names incidentally had come out in that Chicago federal court, where David Coleman Headley had named ISI officers who he had interacted with along with Hafiz Saeed.
Geeta and Gaurav, thank you there for joining us with those details. So explosive claims there by the former Prime Minister of Pakistan. All right, so, okay, so if Gaurav is still with us, Gaurav, can you take us through the twists and turns, especially from Pakistan's side, and what ramifications would this admission have?
This will put Pakistani state in the dock. Now, if you'd recall, India had evidence of Pakistan's involvement, Preeti, which Geo News, a Pakistani news channel, was the first to get to Ajmal Amir Kasab's village within days of this terror attack and admit and to bring it out in public domain that Ajmal Amir Kasab was indeed a Pakistani. So his own confession to the Mumbai police was buttressed by the fact that Ajmal Amir Kasab and Geo News had proved that he was from Pakistan. That was point one. That India got access to Abu Jindal from the Middle East. He was a terrorist who was sitting in that Karachi control room directing the terror attack, who incidentally had also trained some of these terrorists in speaking Hindi in Pakistan when they were undergoing training. So his testimony. Subsequently, the Federal Investigation Agency, now India, produced a mountain of evidence. Preeti, it was so scientific that even that Yamaha engine that was used in the dingy boat that was, used to launch the terrorists, that Yamaha engine had been sold by Japan to a particular shop in Pakistan. It was traced back there. There was electronic intelligence. There was a mountain of evidence. Pakistan continued to deny it. But subsequently, when FIA investigated it, they produced some of that evidence. Unfortunately, India did not put enough pressure on Pakistan, and the trial kept stalling in a Pakistani court. So while Hafiz Saeed was put under detention, others, including Zakir Rahman Lakwi, Zarar Shah, several others, they were arrested and put in Kot Adiala jail in Pakistan. Unfortunately, the Pakistani jails took, hardly any action was taken against these terrorists. One of them fathered a child while he was in prison. DG ISI Lieutenant General Ahmad Shuja Pasha used to go and meet these terrorists in jail. So Pakistan took no action. India did not put enough pressure. And we had more terror attacks in India sponsored by Pakistan with no action against these perpetrators of terror, Preeti.
All right, Gaurav and Geeta, thank you for joining us. What we're going to do is quickly close the bulletin as we set up for the big exit poll starting 5 p.m. Get in all the numbers, get in all the experts and the big newsmakers right here, 5 p.m. onward. Stay with us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.